Well, hello there, Internet. The Internet can finally see you. That's how it goes on YouTube. What's up, everybody? Hey there. We are going to be playing Nioh. And I've just got to test something real quick before I open it up. I'm going to go to my portable web player. I'm going to see if it gives me the same URL. Yep. Awesome. Hi there. So, Nekomata and I are going to be playing Nioh. You can see that he's tuckered out after he's just had his first lunch. He doesn't know it, but he's got another lunch. He's got another lunch coming soon. What are we testing? So this is something this webcam I'm using on my phone is a website that I just found out about called video.ninja. Video.ninja is a pretty cool name for a website, but it's also really useful because it lets me use my smartphone as a webcam. That's right. I've got my own Neko clock. Nekomata is here. It's good to see you, man. How you doing? This is going to probably be a more casual stream environment. I'm happy to make that transition because now that I'm graduating from school, I don't really need the live stream hustle anymore. You know what I mean? I just kind of play games whenever I want to. We're going to start that today with some Nioh because this game I played a little bit of it and it holds up. But I got frustrated that in a way I wouldn't if I were live streaming it. There's only one problem with the webcam, and it's that I can't figure out how to make it go away when I close my phone. Oh well. Yeah, so how you doing, Collins bro? Have you played Nioh? I assume you know of the cat clock. There is one other thing I need to test here, and it'll only take a second. Hey, what up, you done ya? Glad you're here, buddy. I figured there wouldn't be any problem with viewers coming over from Twitch because everyone in the world has a YouTube account these days. So it's good to have you here, man. The cool thing about this is that it's going to be archived with the video as a live stream, so there's no need to have the chat cluttering up the screen anymore, which is dope. That's really cool. The other thing I'm setting up here is actually pretty much that, but also without the webcam. Yeah, how you doing, homeboy? It's good to see you. NVIDIA Moonlight. That's a cool name for a program, actually. Didn't end up clicking with the higher level combat and material grind. That is fair, because this game it's rocket tag. That's what I would call it. You know that old classic RPG method of balancing where everything dies in one hit, including you? Rocket tag. That's what Nioh is, and it requires a little bit of grinding to make it so enemies aren't the ones doing it to you. Oh yeah. There it is. So I have something set up called Source Record. I've mentioned it a couple of times. Basically, it lets me record footage of just the video game without anything in the way, and it's really cool and useful, and I wish it existed years ago. Dude, it's the most arcane program in the world. There's no documentation. You have to watch random people's YouTube videos to figure out how it works. proper experiment. Thank you for subscribing. You're getting me closer to being able to put a custom URL as my VOD channel's name, so people don't have to like type a weird combination of letters or direct link. They can just go to see Jacob's VOD/live. You can't do that right now because YouTube only gives you a custom URL if you have a certain amount of subs. So we'll get there. It'll take a little bit, but we'll get there. I'm glad, honestly, to be here on YouTube because, again, automatic mod archiving, better video quality, and I would assume you're getting no advertisements at all. Yeah, the music is a lot louder in the intro than the actual game. I think we run into that every time I play Nioh because they don't balance the volume on their FMV cutscene. Thanks, man. What was I saying? Right. Yeah, so YouTube has a lot of benefits. Most of which should be that advertisements won't be bothering you nearly as much. Ended up not working today due to a migraine. Oh, you and me both, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I've been having problems recently with my insomnia, and I get very dehydrated and I get headaches because I'm just tossing and turning and blinking a lot at night, and it sucks. It sucks. Yeah, you have my sympathies, man, because I had to take a bunch of ibuprofen today too. However, good news is we are going to be slamming ibuprofens by the dozen to keep our Irishman alive today. This is great. It's great to be playing Nioh again, because the first time I played this, I didn't know anything about the real history of William Adams, Anjin, the first samurai or whatever. I didn't know anything about that, and now that I do know the real history, several years later, it like almost adds a layer to this game I just didn't appreciate before. Plus it's got these adorable little guys. Here, give me one moment. Hi. And make sure this is recording here. Someone crashed into a transformer box outside, it sounded like, so the stream will be going away soon. Ah, there we go. Fantastic. It's going. All right. Let me know if I need to change the volume again as we get into this. Collins, bro, when you played this, what'd you main? What were your favorite weapons? For me, I'll pick my favorite combination of Odachi and Tanfa. Those were my main two. Yeah, I love their little sake and ramen bowls. Every one of them has a different preferred cup to wear. I'm glad they're wearing their cups to the battlefield. Main menu of Little Nightmares 3. What up, Weregriff? And yeah, pretty much. We are... Well, we're not playing as those little guys, though. So we're not going to, like, delve into a 2.5D platformer. That's just their lives. I love this game. This game's great. We can... Yeah, I've already played all the Nioh games on stream, so we could just, like, skip the real intro. This one. And we could just start the game. Because you already know. You remember. Amrita, basically souls, discovered in Japan, brought over by slavers to Europe to take control of the world. Well, we can disrupt both those things. We can put the wayward spirits of Japan to rest, and also stop Britain from taking over the world. This is a really good game. Kusarigama. Before the DLCs, Kusarigama was my favorite for sure. Took my pants.
It seems death won't stop chasing me.
And it's unfortunate, isn't it? You're being pursued. Sir, you are being hunted by the Grim Reaper. I love my fish wife. I love you, Fishwife. It's probably very bright for you folks. I turned up the graphics on your end because this first level is very dark. That's just for y'all. I'm gonna turn that off when we get into the first real level. The first time I played this game, I got owned in this hallway. Because I don't know, I mean, the sword to kill that guy is in this chest. So if you don't do that in time, you just get killed. And it's like, welcome to Dark Souls, motherfucker.
Hey, what are you doing?
Take this, you British bastard. I'm gonna combo your ass. Yeah. Perfect ponytail in the dungeon. I'm so envious. And that's one thing about William that I like the most, is that he does always look fashionable no matter what you put him in. He's like if Chris Redfield was a samurai. Which he basically is. Chris Redfield basically is a samurai, but you know what I mean. This is like if RE5 were a samurai game. Because you are an Irishman who goes to another country and kills everyone there to save the world. It's like Resident Evil 5. In the best of ways. Performatively sheathing a sword without a sheath. That's how you know that you're playing as a weeaboo. I think we discussed that the first time that us folks ever played this game, like a decade ago now. It's true. He's the world's first weeaboo. Do you know the story of the real William Adams? Maybe you've watched the show Shogun. Because that's another retelling of it, with less magic. And a lot more dirt on people's faces. Everyone's always dirty in Shogun. No one ever puts their face in a trough for half a second. Anyway. William Adams is a real guy, and I find that to be so fascinating about this game. This was my first Koei Tecmo game, so I didn't know that every game they make is actually like that. Where all the characters are based on real historical people. I didn't know. Try. My hitbox is precise, dick. Pick that, Pratt. Ooh. Oh, but this is real, though. This is so real. This is one of the hardest games I've ever played, honestly. That's the thing is, I can understand Collinsbro mentioning that he didn't make it through the higher level gameplay, because the DLC was that for me. I beat this game, And then they put out like 2 whole separate new regions as expansions, and it's great, but they're so hard. Oh man, I reached my skill level cap. I sure did. I don't know if I could do it today. I could barely do it when I was 20. But I do still love my fish wife. There's certain outfits that give him a belt, but I do kind of like running around in my shorts. I don't know, it probably feels very freeing and like Rob Roy over here. Wait, no, wait. Is Rob Roy Irish or Scottish? Anyway, wait, we already talked about this, didn't we? I don't know enough Irish heroes. YouTube reviewer Matthew Matosis? I guess. I guess this is kind of like a Bayonetta game, and you can run around in your underwear. Anyway, I guess I'll learn more ancient Gaelic heroes when I get into Fate Stay Night. It's just like being at the beach, I guess. Well, that's why I say that, is you look at these guys that were beaten up, they're wearing such like intricate uniforms for being in pouring rain in a dungeon torturing pirates. There we go. See, he puts a belt on if you equip 2 weapons. But it's funny, enough people thought the belt got in the way of the fashion that they patched in an option to stop wearing the belt. And again, the reason I say all that shit about Rob Roy is because it's in character that William is just a big, stupid beefcake man beating up these pretty-looking, elegant guys.
Indeed, the pirates have served their purpose.
The death
Cheers, everybody.
of the leader of Japan will spark a war and a wonderful opportunity to acquire more Amrita.
Once tomorrow's execution takes place, we will get our hands on a compass that will lead us to that Amrita.
With enough Amrita,
Oh,
we could
dog.
seduce Spain.
Take a look at Edward
Perhaps
Kelly's foot,
even the world.
turning inside out when he talks.
The day when
Oh.
evil reigns supreme is near.
But our beloved
Nasty,
queen
dog.
thinks
Oh.
of Amrita as nothing more than gold
That's grody.
and gemstones.
We must find them before our nation's rivals do.
You will go to Japan. It seems it would be to our advantage to keep the wars alive. We cannot gain Amrita if blood does not flow.
Oh, you should message me on Discord about Fate. Collins, bro, I would love to know. I would love to know, because Lynn and I have played a couple of Fate type games. We watched one of the animes, but I don't know much about like
Such noise.
all of the ancient heroes that are now gotcha characters. I would love to know. You gotta tell me. I love this barbarian man. This is part of why I like this game, is because if you want, you can dress up like a samurai. But it's almost more fun to play it like you're Conan the Barbarian a little bit. I mean, he started the game in his underwear, and there are certain levels in this game have an achievement for beating them in your underwear. So, like, clearly they know. Like, I know it's meant to be like, oh, can you do it with no equipment, dickhead? But, you know, it's the Chris Redfield thing, where, like, he is also very bear-like. We love our William, because he's got a very readable hitbox. He's so square. It's shaped like Crash Bandicoot. He just got hyper-mobile feats. Yeah, it looks kind of gross when he walks upstairs. I'm glad you noticed that. Like, the foot animations in this game are really good, but it results in him having, like, floppy, like, fish legs. Alright. One thing I like about this game that I think a lot of folks actually miss is that you don't have to have to comb through your equipment really, because it's not going to help you too much. Like you can wear it based mostly on those little bonuses that it gives you, like extra stamina or extra combat versus certain types of enemies. You don't have to worry about the raw defense values as much as it seems like, because what, you're gonna die in 2 hits versus 3 hits? Whatever. Whatever. I think the game should just have emphasized that more. That it is a Monster Hunter thing, where it's more about the perks than the raw number. Oh, but what if it was like Monster Hunter though? Where you could get, like, gems that made it so William could eat steak, and the steak gave you super good buffs. Would you look at the set dressing in here? This is why I cranked the brightness up. I cranked it up 212%, by the way. I'm sad this level is so realistically dark for London in the ancient era, because they put so much detail in these little rooms. Let me try the axe. I don't remember what axe is like. Bye, birds. You don't want to watch this. This is violence, birds. Whoa! Just got by a Dark Souls skeleton. Would you believe this game is... It's not fair? Like a lot of action RPGs are? They're doing it Dark Souls style, where there is no code to keep enemies from attacking you from behind. It's not a Devil May Cry, it's not like a Bayonetta, it's a Dark Souls, where you are just going to always be getting attacked from off camera, and it's fucked. It's fucked up, man. Because what do you do? I guess you just hold block, I don't know. How's the volume now that we're fighting stuff? I assume it's alright. The only screaming that's going to peak your volume is coming from me when I bite it. You gotta look alive, dude. You gotta look alive. I like his fancy hat. We can get that hat. I'm sure I have that hat. But I have the headgear turned off, because otherwise it appears in cutscenes and you look very stupid. Sounds good? Awesome. Glad to hear. Yeah, this is my first time streaming on YouTube in a while. It's changed a little bit. They ask of you different things. Oh, how's that for a back scratcher? I kind of didn't think that was going to work. I had no expectation that would hit that guy. Look at this Golden Axe character. Alright. I remember. That guy he looks alone, but he's not. Oh, axe versus axe. Mine is better. Damn. Axe is like really fun. I might stick with axe. I've just hardly ever played with it because it seemed, from trying it, like it didn't have the best skills. But that might just be the first level of the tree being focused on making the basic attacks better. Have a nice trip, buddy. I do find William's perfect form on every weapon to be very funny. That I love that they barely even justify that too. Like, he reads a book and he's like, I feel like I've practiced with these 1,000 times. How? What do you mean? How? He really is like a guy who read the Wikipedia on Greatsword and just became an expert. It's like how in The Surge, like, Warren can suddenly do backflips and stuff. I got myself into a pickle here. I was hoping that rock would not aggro both of them. Uh-oh. Hang on. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Gotcha, punk! Yeah! You got a license for that battle axe? Oh, baby. Whew. You're right. I have better form than they do with my weapons, and that's... Alright. To get into the real history of the real William Adams a little bit, the guy is historically an Irishman who traded with the Dutch. Not too illegally a pirate, but people play that up in historical dramas like Shogun because it's the most interesting thing about him, until he took 5 ships and tried to sail directly to Japan to open a trade route there.
Looks like I might be able to escape from the top of that tower. How can I get out there?
This part, where he escapes from being executed, did not happen. He was not on the run from the cops when he went to Japan. However, he was not allowed to leave by the Japanese government once he did, in fact, establish a trade route there and became the William Adams that we know from history, the first samurai. That shit's real, and the way they play it up in this game is great. It's almost like a Tom Clancy novel with a Watanabe hint.
Using monsters like that to fight wars. Guess they got no more use for us.
So, alright. I don't know if the real William would have been as good with a greatsword and axe and spear and odachi, but I get how they could play it up.
Striking when the opponent is down and helpless. That's what they're trying to do to all of us who fought for Queen and country.
There's a lot of this, by the way. Once they start speaking in Japanese, it'll be a little easier for me to talk over them, but I don't do good talking over other voices.
His body just split in two. Oh God! You wanted to kill me from the start.
Messed up, man. Consider that in the game, William does probably know these guys. These guys are probably William's pirate friends that they killed to keep secret the thing I said earlier, that we transported those spirit stones here that can, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with them in Britain. I don't know if I want to know. Dick pills, probably. Grind them up into cocaine. I'm not so sure. Gypsum? What is it? I don't remember what Europe was trading in when did this take place? (2004) Leon Kennedy looking kind of buff. We can make him even more Leon-esque too if we talk to the right people. I got the brightness on the game turned up more than any Resident Evil, but I tell you, I'm not joking. This is an honorary Resident Evil game. Welcome. Welcome to Koei Tecmo's take on Resident Evil Requiem. You know, we are about to spin kick some zombies. I take the Tonfa weapon, that's literally what we're going to be doing, so we could inject some flavor.
Damn! I made all this way for nothing? Oh, I gotta do something. If I jump...
Oh, you think he looks like Geralt now? Oh, just you wait, my friend. Start of the next mission, he's gonna be Geralt-esque, including the handsome torn shirt. I have a question. What are they feeding people in Britain that this guy is an entire head taller even than me? This dude's like a living suit of armor. Peace out, bestie. Aha! Well, hey there, Ted. It's good to see you, bud. Got a different username. I think you can change that. I think there is some way. If you mind, you know. I'll just remember. Keep calling you the name we all know you by. Eel pie and shit. Yeah, I'm gonna say that guy was probably stuffing dung pies on his break to get that tall. They're basically like British steroids. Thanks. My fish wife led me to the boss arena. Joke's on you, Derek. So we're not gonna rush this. There's not really any reason to. I think it's cool that they put in 2 music tracks for this boss fight. Yeah. So William and his fishwife have a pretty interesting story. A story I actually really like because it's a little bit of a subversion of what you may think. We're going to get the little hint of their direct backstory, and after we do, I'll tell you the real story. But William Adams, the guy in real life, is Irish, and so his guardian spirit in this game is a Gaelic fish spirit called Saoirse, a river fish. And they met when he was young, and so, well, I guess she wasn't doing anything, so now they hang out together. Take that, Derek! Derek is another real person. Another thing I love to point out. That guy, Derek the Executioner, was actually the executioner at the Tower of London. Hey!
With the guardian spirit.
What up, Baldy?
If I die, the secret of the stones dies with me.
Let me show
The secret
you
of
what
getting
these
stones
can
dies
do.
with me. Ben Peel as William Adams. Fantastic job. I don't think Derek had his mouth sewn shut in the real
It's
world, though.
time for your execution.
This is a little more intense. William, your chakras. I really like this theme here. It is funny that you made the Resident Evil comparison, because it does remind me a lot of that game. Because Resident Evil isn't really like a lot of horror games. in that series, the good guys win versus shit like this happening. And Nioh is, funnily enough, very similar. I love the music. I just love how dramatic the music is. I got stuck here for half an hour the first time I played this. And I guess I could. But come on, man. Derek deserves a chance, doesn't he? I want to try to beat him without using the Guardian Spirit, because he levels up if you don't take the prompt. I've never beaten him without using the Guardian Spirit. It's so much fun, this game. Oh man, it's so much fun.
He's over there!
He gets new moves just for 30 seconds at the end of the fight? Why not, I guess? What I like about this opening level, you may notice, is that we can't, like, collect souls yet or anything like that. That's... I don't know. Well, again, I got stuck here for, like, half an hour, but you can't level up because everything is just already preset to be a certain difficulty. It's a really well done opening. It's, I don't know, it's Dark Souls Asylum stuff. You're breaking out of prison versus all these insanos called the British. Basically a Lovecraftian fish. Over here! I spotted him! Here's a fun fact. After you beat this game in its entirety, you unlock the ability to replay this mission. And they add that achievement that I mentioned, where you beat it with no hits in your underwear. I don't know, there's not really any reason to replay it, but this game's just focused on being fun to do over and over again in weird ways. One of those being, you know, fight Derek mano a mano, shirts versus skins. Ding dang, round 2. That's true. No, you're right. I hadn't read JoJo's the first time I played this, but now I do understand their similarity to Stan's. In fact, let me show you what mine can do. Woo! All it takes is patience. Raising a beta fish.
Quite a feat.
Fish nap.
So this spirit shall guide me to the kingdom of gold.
Joke's on you. That type of fish likes to be kept in an enclosed environment. It's actually better and less stressful for them. Oh, shit. Look out, the British are coming. The British are coming. Again, William is Irish. He naturally has a distaste for the British. This cutscene always makes me emotional. I'm coming for you, Saoirse. They tried to take out a man with an 8-pack. A man with an 8-pack who can swim. So, I love that because there are a lot of assumptions that you can make based on that little sliver of story between them we just got. All right. all right. Geralt of Wales, go for it. Look at him. It's unbelievable how when he gets less cleaned up, he looks more like Geralt.
The journey was not an enjoyable one. During 2 years' voyage, the Helloff was lost. The trow sank, while the hope vanished without a trace. The good news of the Blythe Boatshap was nothing but lies. Only Leifda remained. An ironic twist. For what awaited us in the Far East wasn't love. It was monsters and death.
Well, the character designs. Me too, Edenia. I love this because they did really combine real people with their own action game interpretation of them to make something very unique looking. I love the way the guardian spirits look. It reminds me of Dragon's Dogma in a way. Where Dragon's Dogma had a Japanese interpretation of very European concepts, this game is, through the lens of an action game, concepts that are from where these devs live. And so they know them so intimately. And so they can give, like, a hopping umbrella so much character. God, wait till we meet the hopping umbrella. That's one of my favorites. So, I love that little story between William and Saoirse. William does genuinely already have a distaste for England because just prior to this, when England was young, they were in a war against each other. And the British lost. Bitches! However, both of William's parents were killed. I believe that's also real history. In the game, William fell into a river and, attracted by an Amrita gemstone pendant he wore since he was a boy, Saoirse appeared. Not to save him specifically, but attracted by the Amrita that fell in the river with him. And I find that to be a fun little twist. The idea that it's not like the guardian spirit was specifically there to save him from drowning. It was it kind of became friends after that. It's cool. I like that a lot, actually, because it makes it so that, like, it's not like they're indebted to each other or anything. It still gives you a reason, even after you find out the real story, to want to get her back. He drinks a protein shake of 4 eggs a day for Saoirse. I'm taking Odachi and Tanfa for my weapons. Because they were added in the DLC, and if I pick them now, they will be added to the drop table. Whereas I have to finish the first mission otherwise. That's just one of those things that nowadays you wouldn't have that problem. But 10 years ago, this game came out on the goddamn Xbox 360, I think. So they had to integrate DLC very weirdly. Hey, free necklace. Oh shit, there's a free boy too. Oh, what is this, God of War? The dinghies have been readied for us to make landfall. For all I've read on this country, weeaboo that I am. William, are you an otaku too? Well, welcome everybody to probably the worst, shittiest place to have landed. This sucks. This is Kuroshima, a tiny island off the coast of Uski in Kyushu's Bungo province. There is little in the way of usable land, coastline rapidly giving way to cliffs and mountains. Clinging to its edge is the smallest of fishing villages, its residents eking out subsistence farming on plots carved out from the hills. Their frugal lives stand in stark contrast to the village elder, whose opulent mansion perches atop the island's tallest peak, strangely oversized for the small island which it overlooks. I mean, it's already kind of a nightmare, you know, before demons decided to move in. There's his boat. His one remaining boat. That's also true. That he set off with 5 boats, and only Leifda made it. I bet he's pissed off that he told his remaining crew to wait on the boat. He's like, no, I'll take the only dinghy. Don't worry, I'll go make landfall and talk to the locals. Surely they haven't been killed by monsters. That sucks. It sucks to get off the boat and be like, I'm going to the land of Japan, and I hope that when I make landfall, I won't run into a place that's immediately being ransacked by bandits. That would be like the worst thing to happen if that was the case. That sucks. I don't know. I appreciate that it almost seems like there's something supernaturally wrong here the moment that you land. There's just boats crashed into the rocks, and this place is a horrible, corrupt village that's been set on fire by bandits, and there's demons running around, and it's like, it's probably not usually like this. So, I picked Odachi, which is basically this game's equivalent of a greatsword. But you can move it a lot faster than you can a greatsword, that's for sure. Japanese weapon makers, they knew their stuff when it comes to making things efficiently. Because if it was, like, really wide, I guess it wouldn't break as easy. But you can fix that by taking the wideness and compressing it into length. That whole folded over 1,000 times thing is not a meme. I just noticed the game is still incredibly bright. I should probably turn that back down. Hold on, let me kick this guy's ass first. Yeah, that first level is terribly, terribly dark, and I am not quite sure why. The rest of the game is not like that. Let me fix this real quick. There we go. Now it's more in line with what it looked like in the last level.
と早く逃げていれば
Poked him right in the neck region. I say William sheaths this weapon like an absolute boss.
せめて武器があれば立ち向かえたのに
Kind of fun how they don't give you a super overpowered one. Because, I mean, you're not really supposed to have this. It's an expansion weapon. But they put in early game ones. Like, for example, the first katanas you get are called, like, the Baizen Dachi or whatever. Something like that. This is the Baizen Odachi. Like, they've specifically made new ones that are for the first level. And neat. Cool. It's thoughtful.
ここまで賊がもうこの村は終わりじゃ
Straw poll for you, folks. How much do you like your creature comforts, really? Would you be willing to give up your creature comforts to live in this era? I mean, disregard that man's been killed by bandits. That wouldn't happen to you. But sometimes I wonder if I actually would enjoy giving up literally all technology to live a life of subsistence farming. You could do that. Walden did it. I mean, there's a way to do that kind of thing today, I suppose. But I don't know. Teleporting back into ancient history is an even more convenient way. Oh god. I am absolutely not going to be beat up by male pattern baldness. That's just not gonna happen. Did you see that? Shave it all off, dude. It's time.
獲物の使い方くらいあの子にも教えてやるべきだったか
Where Griff says, I am from the internet. Dude, that's fair, honestly. Because it's an idyllic thing for me to say, I guess. That I would love to go out and spend 7 hours of my day fishing and not catch anything. But I don't know if I actually would enjoy doing that if it meant I would starve if it happened. I don't know, I kind of like it being optional. It's nice when fishing is sometimes a minor disappointment instead of an Oregon Trail kind of thing. That's fair. You know, Yedanya, the version of this show called Shogun has a whole hell of a lot to say on that subject. They don't play it as easy as Mulan had it, let's say. Oh. I still got it. We were using these Tonfa the other day in Nioh 3. They have not changed much since the first game. It's part of why I like them, is because they're very consistent beating sticks. If the big sword won't work, Tonfa final blows will take care of the problem. Well, in that case, the alternative that I mentioned, I suppose, is the best option for you. The idea of doing it today instead of teleporting back in time. This is all making me miss Blockbuster Video, though. Blockbuster Video was, in a way, like going fishing. Allowed to pick one VHS tape per visit, pretty much. And, well, I didn't often want it to be a kid's show. Not all the time. Occasionally they would be DVDs, I suppose, once we entered the DVD era, but a lot of the time it was like that, where you would have to guess based on the cover, or based on what was playing on the TVs that were previewing movies. And, yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day, that I don't know if I necessarily want to go back to that era, because I ended up watching a lot of crap. Not just things that weren't enjoyable, but things that weren't me. Because I thought that the poster looked interesting, but actually it was like a bad The Mummy movie instead of the good The Mummy. When I say that, maybe that clarifies how you can make such a mistake. Fuck, I accidentally grabbed the bad remake instead of the original. Not that I know what that's like. Kodama wa. Why are they lost? I wonder that about the Kodamas. Like, they don't have their own Kodama sense? Oh, screw this guy. Trying to ambush me. I guess they're just babbies. That's what it is. They're literal baby spirits. The Kodama are kind of sad in a way. You know, it makes it a moral good to help them get back to their shrine. Oh, fuck that, I'm on this one. Bunch of shitty enemies over there. To tackle those guys from behind, if you know what I mean. Just land right in front of the Buddha. Hey, what's up, man? There's a little thing that they don't... I wish they did it more. But this dude over here in this grave, I remember, is about to tell us about it, I think. What that guy just said. We're near a shrine right now, and we can tell because there's a bunch of Buddhas here. That's kind of cool. I don't know. I'm glad that they put that there because I'm not Japanese. I really like the way that this game does that kind of thing, where they're like, of course there would be roadside Buddhas on the way back to the shrine where you heal your character. And I'm like, huh? I don't know what that means, because I live in a place where churches are these big oppressive buildings made out of white wood. I would be the character Osaka from Azumanga Daioh if I were to actually be in Japan, so I can't speak to anything Japanese culture. Do you folks know anything about Japan in the real world? Because I really don't. I love to learn though. I died here. Oh, nice outfit, man. Oh, he is gonna die. Oh, dude. Oh. My friend, he is bold. Look at him, exhausting all his stamina. He was not wrong. That dude's name was not wrong. He died right on that spot. Alright, sucks to be him. We've got little green dudes in Ireland as well. Okay, hang on. Watch the way he grabs ladders. I remember this. He grabs ladders like a G. Fuck this guy. That guy didn't pull up the ladder for his buddy, and then he got stabbed right in the ass, it seems. What a dick. I guess there's a shortcut back there if we want one, but this is going alright. I sure did take it on my first playthrough, though, I'm sure. Was that about range? Was that about range? Who needs range? I don't need it. I've got the range of a whole human being. I'm carrying a sharpened yardstick. I'm about to school these guys. Did a woman design him? You know, people said that a lot about Resident Evil Requiem, about how Leon is just so completely handsome that Capcom actually had to clarify that, yes, indeed, much like with The Evil Within, they actually did have women as their lead character designers this time around. And I find that hilarious because you're right. He's so pretty. If it were the same in this game, I'd not be surprised at all. Ah, man. Ah, man. That's one of those things that I've always enjoyed about games like this. They have absolutely no preference in who they make look awesome. Man, woman, or otherwise. Real talk, though, I think it's not just to make him handsome. I think it's to make him stand out. Japanese people in this era came up to like a maximum of 5.5 feet tall. Oda Nobunaga, incredibly imposing individual based on his history. These days, he would come up to probably your shoulders. Not that that actually matters, their stature. I'm just saying that William is like 6 feet tall for that reason. To make him, you know, contrast, stand out in this place. In addition to all the other stuff. What up, Speedball? Time for some karmic punishment, according to this guy. How you doing, bud? Oh. Oh, get shish kebab. How's that for karmic punishment? Yeah, it's good to be here on YouTube. I hope that it's ad-free viewing for you folks, and I hope that the quality is good for you. We'll stick to YouTube, because Twitch is going down the tubes, man. What up, Calendor? Good to see you, bud. And yes, I agree with you completely. Dude, this game holds up so well. I played the first level or so, and I was struggling, and I figured it would be easier if I were streaming it. If we were playing it together, and man, it is. Good to see y'all. Good to see you folks. I missed him. I don't know. I missed my shovel-chin, barrel-chested barbarian. This game holds up, too. It's funny because having played so much of Nioh's 2 and 3 now, this is so much harder than those games. Just the regular enemies move a lot faster. And you don't have that yokai burst parry. They're not easier games, really. They're just more accessible games because you have more options than this. William is... I guess he's a man. I mean, he looks like Rob Liefeld drew him, but yeah, he's like a superhero man. I'm gonna grab some skills for Odachi. Let's bum rush the ability to bum rush. Like a literal bum. I'm carrying around like a detached street lamp.
ここからならくそ小屋にある弓を使えば
Really? The Division 2 added a new mode, huh? What are you doing it? That's cool. Uh-oh. Time for some counter sniping. Arrows are deadly. Gotta watch out for them, man. Yeah, so I picked up some skills for Odachi that let me really wail on these poor guys. I'm gonna try this. Oh, man. Wow. Yeah, alright. We're doing a strength build, I guess. That's fun. Thing I like the most about Odachi is that you can swap stances while attacking like that. See that? That guy had to stop and switch stances before he could keep running, and I now no longer have to do that. That guy literally just demonstrated why this is good. Oh my god. What? Whoa! I'm very good at video games! I'm so good! Oh, yeah! Yep, Kalendor, totally. The action game proportions here let them portray people like good old Yasuke, the Obsidian Samurai, at the size that his reputation implies he is. The mythical man. He's able to dunk a basketball from a standing position. Kick a field goal from the 50-yard line. And he could beat you in chess. Because he got to hang out with all these feudal lords. Yasuke was the coolest, man. That's why I like a big old hammer and an Odachi in this game, I guess. That was a surprisingly non-lethal arrow to the forehead. I did the Chandler Bing on him. What is it? No, the what? No, the... No, I did... No, the Benny from Fallout. Game was rigged from the start. Weeb. Wait, these guys live here. They're not weebs. I'm the only weeb here. This sucks. It's crazy how amped up this is from a regular horrific story. Because it would already suck if they had taken over the village. Not only that, the villagers were all poor. They didn't have anything really. So the bandits killed everyone in the village. There are no survivors. Thanks. Real tone setter. It's like, I don't know. It's like this takes place in the world of The Ring. Did you know that that series goes on after the first Ring movie? Which one of the teenage girls is it in that? The Ring is the one with Sadako, right? Anyway, that goes on until basically her DNA has infected everyone in the world to the point where she spreads like a pathogen, and the story kind of got out of scope with the original at that point. But my point, I suppose, is that it's that level of amped up, where it's like we have to take it to the next level, where it's like you don't just get haunted by someone physically crawling out of a TV. What if she's in your jeans now? No, not the ones you wear. This Phantom's named after the game's director or producer or something. It makes sense that they're a dirty spammer. They're over here. Look at this. They're over here trying to cheat me out with Spear, like they're Lynn on her first playthrough. But would you look at Spear? It's just so good. Several years ago, when Lynn played this game for the first time, she was trying out all the weapons, and eventually we decided on Spear, because it's got the best reach, the best range, it uses very little stamina. I mean, you can springboard at the enemies. Spear's just good. Oh yeah, and hey, Kalendor, check it out. Odachi has a successor, and I can swap to high stance at the end of it. In fact, I'm gonna do that right here, because yeah, baby, here we go. I almost quit this game. You know me, you've seen me rant about a game that I get stuck on so bad that I want to give it up. This was one of those games where this monster blocking our exit. Oh, what a dick this guy is. I remember being furious. I remember fighting all those stupid 3 or 4 jerks in green armor in the courtyard and being like, I can't believe I want to see the rest of this still. Okay. After what I've just said, watch this now. Here. I'm gonna destroy this guy in seconds. Look at that! Oh man, that don't get old. That's really good. I do like the story of this guy, the village elder they mentioned in the loading screen. This guy has like a bit of like get what you deserve, pal. Here, this corpse right here, I remember. You promised never to lay a hand on me or the other girls. I mean, I can see why evil conglomerated here like a big goopy blob to form demon people. It was already like kind of evil before any demons even showed up here. This dude's avarice basically cost the whole village. This game is very literal about that too. Whenever I stream the Dark Souls games, we end up talking about that a little bit. One thing I like a lot about Souls is how they put a fair amount of real Japanese mythology in the design. How evil is a thing that physically spreads. It is intrinsic within you, but, you know, you can overcome it pretty easily if you don't feed it. Well, and then Bloodborne has an entire faction about feeding the evil to become centipedes, and then another about ripping them out of people. Sekiro goes even further about it, and Nioh is the same way, where it's very literal about the evil growing real from a spiritual concept. It's like, okay, you read about it at first, but like if you read about the evil centipedes that dwell in your brain and then you feed the evil brain centipedes, what do you think's gonna happen, man? You get centipede neck disease. Look at this. This sucks. Because you open up that gate and you're like, finally, I beat that demon. Now I can get out of here. No. Guess what? They designed their whole village like a fucking labyrinth. It sucks too that apparently one of the sources of the problem here is a foreign boat. We arrived on a foreign boat. Like, we're not really the trustworthiest individual. Part of the reason I would assume that William landed here is because we would be shot out of the water if we had tried to just approach a port as a foreign boat. That's part of the reason that the real William Adams came to Japan in the first place. And he did open up trade ports through negotiation, but I mean, at great personal cost. You know that part of Fallout where you're running through the explosive mortar testing field to get to the boomers? He did that, but with politics. There we go. The skill that I just unlocked for Odachi basically completes this weapon. Because now we can go back between stances. Okay. Good luck, Will.i.am. Now I can go heavy, heavy, light, and go straight back to medium. Then I can go heavy, heavy, light, and go straight back to high. That's lethal. That's brutal. Damn! Wow, that's really good, actually. Wow. Ooh. Ooh, baby. Good stuff, man. Dodge roll, dude. Too bad you're wearing heavy armor. That was a Dark Souls fat roll if I've ever seen one. Nice, man. You know, I took that guy out on my first playthrough. I got him to let him into the fire. Not get embarrassed by this guy. Not a chance. I wonder what Saburo the Bitter is bitter about. Ooh. A fatal mistake. Become pork roast. That's right, Ted. We were telling them to burn, demons, burn, as it was a disco inferno. That is such a fun combo. All the weapons in this game, I feel, were designed with fun in mind first. Then they balanced them. They were like, all right, now that we can kick all kinds of ass, how much damage should that actually deal to people? And the answer is all of it. All of it. I don't understand how one person can be strong enough to hoist an entire human being on the end of a sword like that. Maybe he's using the momentum, really just digging in. I don't know. You ever been inspired to work out by a video game character? That's the level we're dealing with here. I want to be able to beat a man with another man. I want to be able to beat off plenty of guys without getting tired. Huh? Those dudes had like 150 souls in them. You think they knew that? I assume not everyone has a gauge in the bottom right of their vision. Damn, man. Them motherfuckers didn't even spare women and children. I'm with this grave that's just named Arg. This is bad. This is not a good matchup. Ooh, okay. Whew. I do love the comical thwack sounds when you're using the tonfa. I guess that is what it would sound like if someone swung a stump at your head. I didn't want to use my Odachi there because it would bounce off all the walls. Whoa! Acting like a fool again. The whoa. What sucks is the demons are seemingly partially comprised of the bandits, but also a lot of them seem to be the people who live here. When you remember that this was a poor community of miners and farmers in these hills, all these enemies that are using pickaxes and basic tools to beat the shit out of me, it's making me feel a little bad. At least according to religion, we're sending them to a peaceful afterlife. And all I had to do was, you know, sever its neck. Only someone would do that to that guy from Harry Potter. You know, with like its head hanging on like a thread, nearly headless Nick. Imagine if at one point nearly headless Nick's neck caught on a doorway, and then he became truly headless Nick. Like when your jeans catch on like a doorknob. He is handsome, isn't it? And you'll find out the reason how and why he maintains his luscious locks. Because he doesn't do it himself. The man is practically a barbarian. And man, I actually really like that. That they give you a character who could reasonably be a strength build. Because if you were like, I don't know, if you were Ryu Hayabusa, then it wouldn't really feel right using a great sword! Whoa, sweaty Mosaku! Sweaty Mosaku almost embarrassing me over here. I love that little wobble that William did there, like it's like a Naked Gun movie. It was great. They gave me like a full second there to realize I was about to fall off that ledge and do something about it. Think I would have died? Maybe he would have hit his head. Sir, please put that chest away. I'm gonna have to. I'm picking up plenty of armor. Oh, aim true! Ooh. Shit. This one is so brutal that they put a shortcut right before this guy. Swinging without that. I mean, in the second game, hell, and even the third game, those are just common enemies wandering around. It's crazy. The stakes are crazy. It's like I go to a restaurant, they're serving up mad cow disease. The stakes are crazy. Look at that guy. He's hungry for coworkers. Oh, I really wrecked all the furniture in here. Oops. My bad. Oh, oh, my heart, it can't take that. Oh, I can't take that. Not after the Resident Evil Requiem spider. Anything that crawls, oh man, I can't handle it for a few days. Because it just reminds me of that thing. Good God, man. I guess that's a bit of a spoiler, but it's typical for Resident Evil. Requiem has probably the biggest, scariest spider in a Resident Evil game in a long time. So just be prepared for that if you play it. Here, you can fight these guys while I talk about it. I like these Revenants. Just hanging around. If you're online, there'll be other players that have died. But they put literally hundreds with funny names that are just NPCs. And that, I love it. It's like a game trying to find them all. Yeah, Requiem has a very large spider, and I was able to get past it. In the middle of the night, beat Requiem And it opened up more than I was complaining about in the back half. I basically exactly after I put it down where I was complaining about, Requiem opened up quite a bit. And I appreciated that, but I'm not probably going to replay the game. Either way, I ended up really liking it in the end. Except for the part where they make you fight a fucking hallway-sized spider in some random abandoned building. That was fucked up when they make you do that, because it never shows up again after you beat it. And that was fine, but mean. So there you go. That's my final bitch about the Resident Evil Requiem. They do eventually open up the areas a little so you can get lost and stuff, and that was what I didn't like. And in the end, it ended up being a really nice tribute to a lot of horror games and properties that I really enjoy as well. Very cool. Very cool in the end. Except for the big bug. This game has that too. But they don't take you by surprise in this game. In this game, there is a mission in, I think, the second region called the One Night Spider Castle. And well, you know what I mean? It kinda, fine. That's fine with me that they're not burying the lead on that. Ooh. Those guys have their brightness turned down. I'd love to see you do another run at Jack's 55th birthday. Ah. Oh, man. That would be fun. We haven't played RE7 in ages, and that one does have spiders, but they're optional. Optional spiders. I like that idea. That'd be a fun replay, because it has been a long time. Oh. Irene is my hero is a Koei Tecmo reference. Okay. That was awesome. Cool. While we're up here, take a look around. Idunya mentioned it's kind of hypnotic watching William swing his sword. This is why I like streaming this game, actually. I was playing it on my own, and I do enjoy it, but I found myself just using the basic moves to kill everything, instead of using your cool combos. And when I'm streaming it, it's almost like encouragement to use those cool moves and stuff, so, you know, I'm glad to be doing that, because when I'm not thinking about it, I just default to square, 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 and that's... I see little cheeks. Little green man. Look at his little butt. That's right, Calendor. 7 is what it was like growing up in Louisiana. It takes place in Dulvey, Louisiana, and it is just Bayou Life Simulator. Ah, so this guy, that guy whose body we just touched, gives us the rest of the lore behind Kodamas. Not only are the Kodama the spirits of departed children, but they are also there to guide dying people to the afterlife, like a cat in a hospital. Jesus. Okay, Jack Torrance, get out of here. Dude's over here like, here's Jimmy. Son, you asshole. We are all Jimmy Fallon. See, Yudunya, I'm glad that you noticed that he's hunky and immediately started hitting on him, because when we clean him up, you'll see. He'll get, like, Instagram filter hot. It's fine. He's probably used to it. Kiss him. He's Irish. I like that, Ted. Oh! I am a big fan of Odachi. I mean, to get a double drop attack is pretty great. Ooh. Nice. I always enjoyed about this game how if you lock on and then draw your bow, it'll automatically snap to the guy. It's just so handy. Ted, I like your description of the of our favorites of the REs. That's a good way to describe them. Holy San did not make it. Holy San tried to fight these dudes one-on-one. I like your armor, Holy San. Can I have it? No, but that's an awesome spear. The Sasa spear. Sasa, holy shit. I might try spear. They just gave us a very good one for where we are in the game. Old fella didn't know. That old guy achieved maximum familiarity with a sword, and he didn't even know it. You go, old man. I don't know how to tackle this. You know what? We got some arrows left. Unless they're standing still, though, I might have trouble training my aim. Demo man, not huntsman sniper. That's out of my wheelhouse. Whoa! Hardly ever seen him do that. That guy was smarter than most bowmen in this game. He backed up with his bow to try and fire a shot at me. You know, instead of, like, stopping to put a sword away, like it's the 10-foot rule. Dude, I've got a knife. Don't drop. Like, just shoot me with your gun. Nope, they try to draw their sword and then you kill them. But that guy was smarter. I really like that aspect of Resident Evil 9. The way that the zombies talk, it is scary. Just having to constantly remind yourself that they're dead is the it's the hardest thing about playing a zombie game for me. That's right. This is a dead person. All these hordes that I'm chopping up with a lawnmower in Dead Rising. It's killed 50 people, some of which probably lived in this town. Well, Resident Evil 9 is like, alright, but like, what if that were the premise of the whole zombie virus? And I'm like, I don't like that. Why would you do it? And they're like, yes. I hope you enjoyed that little dialogue, because that's how I felt when I played it. What? What? Who's trying to kill me? Oh, God. Inopportune place to fight a spear user. Oh! That works. Poke. Shiv. Had to make a little hole there. It's like I was trying to get into like a plastic container with headphones in them after buying them from Best Buy. Just had to like rib him in the stomach a little before I could really poke through. Oh. What are your favorite zombies? because there are so many different types. I mean, we're fighting some right now by a very different cultural definition of zombies. But that is what they are. I mean, reanimated dead. Take that. Take that, vile shortcut. There are a lot of types of zombie-like enemies. That's just one thing I've noticed over the years. Is, you know, rage virus type stuff. There's more biological elements, biohazards. You know, there's a lot of different permutations. My favorite are always going to be voodoo zombies, but it's just like personal history. What is this fucking fight in a phone booth? Why do houses in Japan gotta be so small? They should just be like Americans and demolish an entire forest whenever they want to build a house for one person.
These barbarians, they're turning into monsters.
God, and the foreign gem salesman was racist too. Well, there you go. It took us a while, but that's what happened to this village, it seems. It seems, unfortunately, a foreign merchant arrived with spirit stones, trying to sell the spirit stones to the people who live here. I mean, I assume at that point, bandits took their opportunity to try and take all of that for themselves. The gems, and all the goods from the locals. But being that the locals are poor, they just killed everybody. Good news, not one of the bandits made it out of here alive, thanks to William. I've made sure to kill everyone in the level, so, you know, problem solved, I guess. Oh, this little cave. Nice little place.
奴らが手ごめにされるくらいならいっそここで
That sucks, but that's fair. Thanks for the Harakiri sword. Here we go. This is another one of the game's producers, Shibusawa Co. Over here, just hanging out in a little cave. Oh, wow, that's an evil-looking dude. Make the manifestation of your game's producer be like a demon wielding the shittiest weapon. You think it means something? Shamblemen. Oh, yeah. Based on the name alone, I guess you could assume, but... Yeah. No, I get how, if the name doesn't strike you, it could take a while. Because if you don't use the Z word, and you're reading it in a book, based on descriptions alone of what they are and what they do, it may take you a while to put it together. I really like that. I like that idea. This is gonna be rough. With the strongest beaten sticks we can. I could go back to the shrine and level up. Probably be a good idea. We'll see if we can do it without, though.
It was supposed to be an easy job for easy money.
I do love these bodies revealing layers to this story, one after another. These dudes were bought off to take the spirit stones here by someone under the guise of selling them. Layers of conspiracy, man. Can you give him a man bun? Damn right we can give William a man bun. But we have to earn it by beating this level. Oh god, this boss is difficult. I'll try. I wish I had Saoirse. I didn't notice that those are not just eyeballs, those are entire screaming faces it's adorned with. Oh boy. Surely my wooden sticks will be able to defeat this. You just gotta remember in this game that fighting yokai is about stamina. That purple bar, not the health bar. Because it'll take way more damage if we get that purple bar down. Hanzo are good at that. Thankfully, it's got a lot of faces for us to hit for maximum damage. We got a lot of options here. There we go. Oh, that was not a good idea. I'm full of regret. That whole stamina thing. That the whole stamina thing is no longer relevant because we're fighting in an elevator. So this phone booth fight here lets it stand in its own pools and regain HP and stamina forever. We just I should just focus on beating its ass now, I think. Oh! All in. That's a tough fight. Man. Oh well. I frankly had no expectation that I would beat that on the first try. No way. I mean, we got actually closer than I thought we would. Once again, that was another one of those, I can't believe this is in the way of the rest of the game, with how impossibly hard it is. Bosses. Just, man. Here we go again. Can I have my souls back, please? What do you think of games that are like this? Are you crazy enough to play games that are like this, where they're just obstructively difficult? There's no way around this. You have to beat this boss or you can't play the rest of it. And damn, it bothered me back in the day. That's right, Speedball. I was saving our super mode for when I could finish it. Or when I'm out of healing. It's like the world's worst pinball machine, and I'm inside it. Damn. Wow. Earlier, chat was mentioning the inverted color effect in this game. I also really like that effect. I think it looks awesome. We're seeing a lot of it because this enemy's breath steams it. I don't know. They've got like a Photoshop effect stuck in their gullet. All right then, try this. Something a little more their size. Okay, we have to be way more careful with that if we're gonna do that. That's not gonna be easy if I want to use Odachi. Tonfa was way easier. Wow. Not a single death for over an hour and a half during the level, and then immediately 5 deaths to the boss fight. That's Nioh. That's just how these games go, man. That's why I find these games impossible to play on my own. I can really only play these games when I'm streaming them. I've tried playing them by myself, but if that happens to me after an hour and a half of investment when I'm by myself, I'll just roll around on the floor and pet my cat in sorrow. No, it's better when we were having a good time the whole time. You cannot roll that. Keep trying it, but you can't do it. Calendor, you're right. A huge part of why this is so hard is because you don't have key pulse on dodge, so you're just low on stamina a lot. Shoutouts to the devs who programmed the chains to stay connected to the boss. That had to be hard to do. Oh hey, I didn't break him this time. Just took an extra hit. That's weird. Oh, but advantageous. Hey, nice shot. Good shot, man. Oh boy. Okay then. Why? What was that I said about Rocket Tag? Yeah. When it goes right, you beat him in a minute. Well, that was fun. We did it. And I learned so much. I accomplished a whole lot. Congratulations, William. You are officially a real samurai now. Oh. You know what? Here. You know what? You're a samurai. You're now a samurai. Here you go. There you go. Yep. Congratulations, you samurai. Godspeed, you young samurai. There we go. Thanks, gang. It feels good, doesn't it? Just slowly learning each time and putting it all to use there. I'm never gonna get tired of that loop. That's why I love these games. Now we meet the best character.
Who are you?
A foreigner? Your skill against Oni is impressive.
As is your skill with English.
My name is Hanzo Hattori. And you are?
Call me William. I'm here in pursuit of someone.
An enemy, perhaps? Hunting a person down in a strange land will not be easy. If you lend me your strength in fighting Oni, I will help you in return.
Pulls out his phrase book. Where is the nearest bathroom?
Well then. Dawn is breaking. Come.
His little smirk there after he puts away his pocket watch. Oh, very good. William's over here like, huh, I never thought of that. I should try that. Cat in Ireland will just scratch your eyeballs out if you try it. Cat clock time. Don't worry, we'll take a break. Get a look at the little boy on the camera. Smokey's too sleepy to open his eyes. Well, we're working with Hattori Hanzo now. The legendary Hattori Hanzo, who, as we all know, is not a swordsmith, he is a ninja.
天下人であった太閤秀吉様が亡くなり、この国では今、二人の侍が歯を競っておる。一人は秀吉様を継いだ石田三成殿。もう一人は我が主君、徳川家康様。わしは家
Hideyoshi, you
康様から
said.
西国大名たちの調略を任され、この九州へ参ったのだ。ウィリアム、近頃巷には地味猛量が出没し、大名たちは手を焼いておる。鬼を切るその腕を売り込めば調略の好機となろう。案ずるな。あやかし騒ぎを追えばお主の仇も現れよう。まずは家康様に近しい隣国豊前の官兵衛殿のもとに参ろう。
I've always wondered what Japanese history buffs think of the sides of the war that you end up on in this game. These games are huge on being historically accurate fiction. It's funny, Kalendor mentions the languages in this game becoming like a universal translator from Star Trek if you have a guardian spirit. And I actually think that's pretty great. I kind of like that a lot. That aspect of, well, William can't understand Japanese right now, but in a couple of cutscenes, he's actually going to gain the ability to by gaining a Japanese guardian spirit. And that just kind of makes sense to me. I mean, he is, for this game, modern day Irishman, but he presumably knows Gaelic Irish because of Saoirse. He could understand her even though she was speaking Gaelic at him, and it's just a really interesting little bit of world building. It means that Hanzo here got to skip his language classes because of his cat. Well, we just unlocked a lot, as you can see, and oh my good god, right now is the Twilight mission, the Blessed Village. That's nuts. If we wanted to replay this mission that we just did for tons of fun and profit, we can, because every day of the month, the game rotates which hard mode mission is available for free, and that's fucked that they let you do that. So before we go anywhere, though, we'll take a little break. Because that was a long mission. That mission takes like, what is it, like an hour and a half? That takes quite a while. To the point where when I first played this, I thought it was an open world game. We can finally level up also. I was just saving them to see how much Amrita we would get from one mission. There you go. 22,000. This game has very quick soft caps too, which I love. I love it. You only need to put a few points into this bullshit. Then you got a full kit ready to go. I want to wear heavy armor. I basically never worn heavy armor in Nioh because it's so cumbersome. Let's try that. We'll do strength and stamina, so that I can wear heavy shit. Why not? I mean, if I'm gonna put on this, like, ninja ska band outfit, I might as well embrace it, I guess. That sounds fun. There's a guard block for Odachi. We can finally grab some of those dodge key pulse moves. Wherever the hell they are on this tree. Nioh 1's tree is laid out a little odd. Yeah, we're gonna need more skill points for the rest of those. They're in the spear tree for some reason. Oh, that seems fun. Yeah, sure. It looks like if an enemy is guarding, that's a great guard break. We could juggle a man. Oh, but hold that thought. We gotta pause the game for just a second here. We take a quick break, shall we? Certain someone wants to say hello. How you doing? How you doing, everybody? I hope you're having a good afternoon. We've got a sleepy boy on our hands here. There he is. Hey, buddy. Yeah, what time is it? Quick, check the dilation on his eyeballs. Now is a good time, my friends, to stand up and stretch. Yeah, re-up your ibuprofen. Whatever you need to do, everybody. Because it's a good time to take a break. Nioh 1 has very long missions. Yeah, so the boy he's doing great. How are you folks? I hope you're enjoying the YouTube stream, because I don't know, this platform, it just seems better for the way we do this. Really? Might be time for a return to the Division 2 as well. Huh. Other than the new mode, has the game changed at all? That's cool. Speedball is finished Requiem. Pardon my jowls. That's rad, man. Got to see a full dental imprint of your pal CJ's fucked up teeth. My teeth look like I was hit in the face by a JoJo's stand, but I lived. No idea if anything else changed. What is the new mode? He's loving this, by the way. Today, the weather has been nice and foggy and gray and rainy, and he loves when it's like that because the birds come out to frolic in the puddles. I've seen Victor Gideon's teeth. That's fair. At least I don't have shark teeth. At least I don't have anime shark teeth. Wow, a whole new mode. They added Left 4 Dead realism mode to the Division. That's kind of awesome. Max Payne 3 mode. That sounds great. Yeah, there he is. He's bird watching. I'm watching him bird watching. It's been a hard week. Not for him. He has been having a great week. It's been a hard week for Insomnia. Pal CJ's been having a tough time, and this little that little baked potato he's been a real big help. Yeah, look at his ears. He is completely locked in. I have the window open just a little bit, and he gonna zoom it in even more. Zoom it in even. There we go. Locked in completely. They're like radar dishes on the sides of his head. You know, Udonia, that is part of why I keep streaming, is because I love making connections with folks across the globe, even if we're just watching the cat watch the birds on a rainy day together. Cozy. I'm glad to be spending this time with you folks. Give me a minute. I'll be right back. I'm gonna stand up and stretch, refill my drink, all that stuff. Let me play some chill hop. Why not? For Auld Lang Syne. What's nice is I don't have to run an ad break anymore, so we can just keep hanging out unmolested by ads for detergent and antidepressants or whatever. All right, y'all. Hang out for 5 minutes or so. I'll be back, and then we'll just keep playing. I'm having something interesting happen in the background of all this. I mentioned recording with what is it? Source Record. I think I'm gonna turn it off because my hard drive's gonna run out of space. See, one good thing about doing this on YouTube is it automatically makes VODs, so I don't have to record them anymore. That's handy. Yeah, I'll be back in a minute, and then we'll keep going. Curious. I'm curious for all you folks. What time is it where you are? Bet we got a wide variety going on right now. Don't mind my Foley effects. It's not important what I'm doing in the background. Wink. It's 4 o'clock 20 somewhere, I guess. 2040, 4880, 1139, 1239. Wow, it really is just a wide variety, actually, of time zones. Man. Very quiet 1239. Well, hey, I appreciate you winding down with your pal CJ. Thanks, bud. It's good to be chilling with you. Dudette. Give me 1 sec. Your pal CJ is hitting the green herb. See, while I got up, I mixed a red, blue, and green to protect myself against poison in the next level. You listen to much hip hop? The other day, I was listening to Paul's Boutique, classic Beastie Boys, and I went down a rabbit hole. I went down a rabbit hole of listening to hip hop from the 90s and 80s, and wow, that shit holds up so much. If you're not a hip hop fan, I can give you recommendations. We'll get you into that genre. Pardon me. Boss fights are wild in realism. Oh, I bet that guy with the rocket launcher on top of the first major set piece building in Division 2 is pretty fun. You know, Jefferson Memorial Museum, I think it is, where you're, or no, it's the State Center or something like that. On top, there's a big circular rooftop, and on one end is you, and on the other end, 4 people, one of whom has a rocket launcher and perfect cover. That was one of my favorite missions in that game, at least early on. Welcome back, everybody. We reconvene. Yo, Kalendor, also, I see you're hanging out in the Discord, streaming it. Thanks, man, because, I don't know, after this I might come check it out if I'm not too sleepy. But it's good to see you doing it, because if I see you in there, I'll pop in, because that sounds awesome. Oh, freeze my whole streaming software for a moment. We're good. Let's get back to it. Let's keep playing, shall we? Nioh, my god. I've got to adjust my lighting. It's getting dark in here. It said expect rain around 3 p.m. You got it. I'll be splashing in those puddles. Yeah, baby. Hey, what's up? It's your pink berry pal, C. Jacobs. I'm here in trans pride colors today to bring you more Nioh, I guess. Okay. Crap. Well, this is a good video game. It's a good video game. The settings saved my controller even though it turned off for power saving mode. Way to go! Oh man, usually you have to restart games from this era when that happens. I'm ready for Sir William Swings a lot. You know, I'm enjoying Odachi a lot. We've put a lot of points into Odachi, so I'll keep using it for now. But this is a good opportunity to try a different secondary. I like Tonfa, but we could try something with fast range, like Kusarigama. Oh, I love Kusarigama. Oh, Spear! Wait. We'll put Odachi down for now. That spear we got from that Revenant is the best weapon I picked up. 141 damage with 900 familiarity. Crazy. Let's try Spear and Kusarigama. Those are classics. I leveled up our stamina, so now we're not overweight wearing this heavy armor. That means that we'll move at regular speed still wearing this armor. This is fun. I've never played this game this way. This is gonna be cool. So, we have a few options here. I could go right back to the plot mission. Or... you know what? We'll do this later. Yeah, we'll start with the next main mission. Because this has one of my favorite cutscenes in the game. I love this cutscene. I love Kanbei as well. Sir William, was it? Now, let's keep in mind the linguistic context here. Our buddy Hanzo has decided to call us William. Like, you can hear him specifically saying our name even in the Japanese dialogue. But he, you know, he pronounces it like a Japanese guy would. In real history, this guy was the one that named us Anjin. You know, the wayward sailor from the west. Neat. Calendar, you're right. We can pick Tonfa back up after I do the dojo mission, because that's how you unlock skills in this one. Good call, man. Welcome, everybody, to more shitty caves.
A cat clock. Hanzo's ways are curious indeed.
長政と申す者の守護霊の気配はよく知っておるぞ。
Even cats speak in these lands.
わしがついてやろう。
I was attacked. There we go. Look at this. Nekomata explaining the concept of guardian spirits to our foreigner ass. I mean, look at the Kodamas in there just trying to sneak in with the enemies. Arigato, Mr. Nekomata.
強き者の気配を感じる。おそらくこれを追えば長政が元へとたどり着けるじゃろう。
Awesome. Let's do it. We're leveling up. I got a couple of ninja and magic points. I'm going to need those. Let's see. You remember the shuriken from the other day, but we also need to look through this list. I gotta find poison. Paralysis is nice. I'm looking for poison. Oh, poison shuriken. There we go, there's the poison. Okay, good. Grab those right away. Magic. Has so very many uses in this game. Look at this. You can cast it on enemies to make them take more damage, steal their health. But this one here, the Sloth Talisman, is the one we're waiting for, because obviously it'll make enemies move slower and desire only vegetables and get stuck crossing the road and need to be rescued by wildlife preserves. Now that we're here, like Naruto, I can ready my jutsu. Sadly, we do need a few more points, though, before I can do it all. I'm not that cool yet. There we go. Alright. I forgot the Neko talks. That's one of my favorite things about this, is that some of them have personality. And it seems like it's the ones who are, like, really old. Like, for example, down here, my Wendy's bird. It doesn't really have a personality. But it's got those luxurious locks. I mean, someone helped the bird braid those. I don't think the bird can braid its own locks. A dual ponytail. It's adorable. It tells a story. Alright, well, here we go. We really have to watch our stamina usage. That's bad. Damn. That takes forever to go back up. Wow. Brutal. Okay. I want to try that out. The reason it's taking forever is because I'm currently in yellow equipment load. And that's, a lot. What happened with my controller when it disconnected? The sensitivity is nuts. Here, look at, watch this. Sensitivity's crazy. It's like, wait, no, but, wait, no, but, wait, no, but, wait, wait, but, oh, but wait. Like, it just can't decide on one. Hang on. Weird. Weird, I've got it in the middle. That's weird. Alright, well. I guess I'll just live with it then. I'm like glad I didn't walk like 3 more steps. Have a nice trip, jerk. Those bats knock that body off. They're like more of an obstacle to me than these bandits. I like that our first order of business here is to wipe out more bandits. That's something I'm not too sad about. This heavy armor thing is... it's tough. This is a different way to play. Whew. An honorary Souls game. We gotta try drawing them out one at a time. When I say I've never worn heavy armor in Nioh, I mean it. I really have never played like this, and I'm kind of loving it. This is fun. guy's sleeping on the job. Wakey, wakey. He was smart enough to sleep with his katanas in hand, but, like, didn't help him in the end. Sorry you had to see that, little guy. Yeah, those very rude bats get even ruder. I'm glad this game has that Wile E. Coyote Acme time. I don't know what to call it. It's called Coyote time in games, I think. Where you don't fall until you look down. William's got many more seconds than he should before he falls off ledges. Hudoshin was the name of that revenant. Aren't those women who don't go outside and buy stuff from the shopping channel? Read a lot of manga? Oh, that's Fujo's. That's a different thing. I appreciate actually that we got Nekomata, because I would imagine that's how William can see in this game. Got cat's eyes now. Okay. This seems like a good reason to start using the spirit. With heavy armor, you gotta stand your ground a lot more. Works for me. You know what? That's gotta be what the problem is. I think the problem is that I'm just, too dodge happy. You shouldn't do that, man. Suzu. It's messed up to taunt the spirits. Maybe that guy was drunk. Maybe that's what it is. Well, alright. Well, we won't do what he did then. Okay. I'll do the other thing. Jeez, man. Pleasure. I love that little game of decision making you gotta do. That's great. Because I have to wonder how many players do just smack the wall. It's fair. That dude's body told you specifically that it would do something. I'm missing the jump button from Nioh 3. But I get it. William focused on his upper body. Huh. One of those guys should have had the key on him. Maybe it's in a chest in this area. Huh. Oh well. We'll find it. What's in this guy's pockets? Ew. Fuck, man, I'm still learning how to use this thing. Oh crap. It's especially embarrassing when I whiff it. God, he's still alive. That's the strongest samurai since William. That was ridiculous. Anybody remember the hotkey to swap my hotbar? I accidentally swapped it to the second one, and I don't remember how to swap back into the other one. I definitely see what you give up when you play heavy. If I was that guy, I would have run away at that point. But he committed, right? I respect that. This is easier. That's a lot easier. There we go. Boss's room key. Looking for that. Don't know how that guy made his way all the way down here, but I'll take his loot. Dead Heat Mata Saburo. No thanks, man. I don't know why he's called that. I don't know. One thing about enemies in video games like this, they always overcommit, I think. I think the first time I felt that way in a game was Fallout. But if I'd played Elder Scrolls, I'm sure I would have encountered it earlier. Ding dong. CJ's home. Oh, he had someone sleeping in his bed chambers. Damn, I love Kusarigama. No, I remember in Fallout games, Elder Scrolls games, they'll say, wait, I give up, I surrender. Put away their gun, run away 5 feet, and just pull it back out and start shooting you again. You didn't give up. You didn't surrender. Hey, you shoot the gun out of someone's hands in those games, and they pull out another one that everyone has somehow from their invisible pockets. Here we go. This is why I wanted to come back here so bad. We just got the ultimate enemy lore. Toot. That comes in useful. It really does. Oh, I figured out the hotbar button. Happens in Skyrim. Yeah. Oh my god. Hey, fellas. Uh-oh. Whoa, you just gotta wait for an opportunity. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. You know why I like playing heavy armor, I think? I've just learned this. It forces you to be careful. Wow. Man, interesting. Not only do I look cool, I have to play like a boss. Because I ain't got the mobility to roll around even an arrow right now. Peace out, Udanya. Thank you for hanging out, bud. It was good to see you. Have a good night. Or girl. Take care, bud. For real, it was good to see you. I'm so glad to see you folks here on YouTube, seriously, because I'm sure everyone in the world has a YouTube account, but it's not as easy to jump over platforms, especially when there aren't notifications. So thank you for being here. It's real nice to have you. If we want to, we could go all the way back up there and pick up this item, but it's not worth it. I think it's just a spirit stone or something. And we're already spirit stoned. Or stoned in spirit, anyway. Dream of William tonight, I suppose. After you see this, I guess. Oh, buddy, you're gonna get the hot spring all dirty. Dude, why does this always happen in Nioh? I like that we have to fight this man for access to the hot spring. This guy's like, I'm the boss of this gym. I think so, Aniki. Here we go. The character just unceremoniously getting naked in a hot spring. It started with William. Sure. I might keep playing this. I don't know. We'll see. We're no longer really tied to series as this is just kind of what I feel like playing these days. So, hey, if I stick with this game, maybe we'll see it more on stream. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, finally, a guy that's my height. Aren't you a little big for a stormtrooper? I'm starting to get the hang of spear. Yeah. I love it. I love them talking about you being a weird ape man getting into a hot spring in front of a lady. It's the best. I'm surprised after all these years I still remember where these Kodamas are. They're just such an iconic little collectible creature guy. I wish there were Tamagotchi Kodamas. I could have a whole little Kodama village. Kyutaro the pig. Why? Why was his name that? Nice helmet. Oh god. Oh. 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 Kyutaro. Please, Kyutaro. We were both men of the spear. But yeah, recently I came to the understanding that I only really enjoy playing video games when I'm streaming them. I don't really enjoy playing video games alone. And, I don't know. It's just good to have you folks here for crazy shit like that. Why was that guy so aggro? I mean, he lived up to his name. Usually they do, but... What a jerk. Why was he... Whatever. Drunken Gorodaiu fell to death. Hats. Strange. These little guys don't seem to mind my presence. Nekomata's over here like, the demons have been riled up by something, and yeah, it's this house party. Look at all these little guys. Oh. Oh, that one just ate shit. Oh, get up. Keep the party going. Yeah. The more you rescue, the more hang out on these shrines, and I love it. The little party they're throwing. That dude taking a nap is awesome. I respect him. Yeah. I think after they become a spirit, they pretty much lose their, not just their gender identity, but any of their identity. Now, it's funny, in, I guess, a more Western culture, that might be a bad thing. But I don't know. Versus ending up like this, in other cultures, I don't know. It's maybe not such a bad thing, because these guys maintain their identity as miners who didn't get their paycheck. And now look, they vomit on William. I've just remembered what mission this is. Bats should have given it away. The paralysis should have given it away. Ah, yes. That's right. You're right, Ponzi. Ponzi, I should be in prison for how effective I am at it, frankly. There are certain lists that have recently been unredacted that, oh, I don't know. Probably bad to imply that. That's probably bad to imply. I guess in the modern day, that's what turns you into a yokai. Being that level of abhorrent. Yeah. You were so sure it was going to be spiders. So, it's funny how this game did originally make me afraid of spiders at every turn. Oh, hey, little guy. I remember equipping enemy sense equipment just so I could know when there would be an enemy around the corner, because I didn't know when they were going to introduce them. Lord Nagamasa went to the glowing mushroom. Do you think that's like a coded message? I don't know. That, what is he like? That sounds like he's taking a break to hit the bathroom. To me. Wow. All right. Now I think I get how to play heavy armor, and it's very different and scary. You have to stay very close range. What I was doing was going backwards too far. Fucks with this little dip in the floor. A weird little dip. Go back this way. Yeah, that's trouble. Hey, bud. Excuse me. Crap. He's got friends up here. Uh-oh. Okay. Yep, yeah, just keep swinging. We'll get him eventually. I'm basically trying to hit him with a rake. Take my gardening tools. Sheesh. This game is a lot tougher than the second game. Primarily because you need to perfect key pulls to get rid of the yokai round. I forgot completely that they changed that to be any key pulls will do it. Wow. That like completely changes this game. Because that's like so much harder. Man. That scared the shit out of me. This is a really well-balanced game, because I don't even know how you would level up to get around that. Uh-oh. Oh, glad I didn't have to fight that guy, because I would have lost. Whew. Sizo the Entertainer. Like Cedric. He's got stinky bombs. Nice. Fella's a Sarigama expert. I wonder what he's doing down here. Got me. Whoa. Close one. That was entertaining. Holy shit, man. Like Jason Voorhees over here just walking up and cocking his head at me or whatever. Michael Myers is like, no, it'd be more entertaining to pin you to the wall later. Just walks away. Ugh. Oh no. I don't have a kick move. Oh no. This sucks. To the Dust Force. Sweep and mop this guy. Sweep and mop until it is done. Ugh. Oh, hell. We gotta get a kick move. Because without a kick, I can't really... Oh, man. So, they don't really help you learn this. I think the dojo does teach you, or say it at least. Every stance also has a different, like, ki drain and block rating. So, if you're trying to drain an enemy's ki, you know, like to knock the skeletons apart, you want to go to mid stance. If you want to block attacks, I think you go to high stance, or maybe that's also mid, I don't know. They let you figure that stuff out and practice it on your own, and it's cool, but frightening to learn, you know, in the middle of combat. This is a bad place to fight this guy. The reason I want a kick move is because they do huge damage to ki. Huge ki damage. The things I do for love. Low is best for dodging. That's right, yeah, because low gets this dodge. Oh, I gotta be locked on to do it, but... Well, I guess in low it is still like... You see that? Low iframes, low recovery, so you can just spam it. Sasuke the ladder performer fell to death. Understandable, have a nice day. I'm not fighting them up here, not on this end of a Star Wars movie ass fighting arena. Surprised it's not full of lava down there. It is pretty. Good looking video. Over there is a shrine, but I don't... You know, I'll go this way first. Oh! Well, I've learned my lesson. I mean, fair enough. You know, to the bats, fair enough. We were just talking about that. I mean, now I need to have my revenge on the bats. I have to have my revenge on them. Oh. Oh, that hurts. That hurts my whole body. Wow. Oh, man. That's embarrassing. In the best of ways. Well, now I get to try out the pole kick. At least there's that. I got enough skill points that now I can... There you go. I'm not completely useless anymore. I don't remember if Spear still has this in Nioh 2 and 3. But I like this move that you can get during the key pulls. It's a little knockback attack thing. I mean, sometimes I ask myself, will I ever learn? And the answer seems to be no. But hey, we don't have to fight any of those big demons again. The big D is gone. Getting back here pretty trivial. Why don't you see what it's like? Yeah! Yeah! Not this time. Well, no thank you. Kunai. Okay, or not. Spear is just, it's so neat because it's like the opposite of those Tonfa we were using, where like I knocked that guy over and immediately brought him back to his feet to hit his ass again. Alright, now let's go over to this shrine, shall we? There we go. Oh no! Oh no! Wrong time to sneeze. It's all that salt that I threw in the air just now. Oh crap. It was the worst possible time for a sneeze. Oh. I think I just got that dude. With reflect from key pulsing. I don't know what that move's called, but it's satisfying to do. Okay, worst time to sneeze in the history of ever. In the middle of fighting a demon on a ledge. What are some worst times to sneeze? Worst times to sneeze. I don't know. Scalpel. It's... There we go. I test his kick out. And his skeletons. Calcium. Got calcium cranium. Yeah. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm glad I have a weapon that can reach up high. Oh, I love the way he looks around after he kicks my ass. Got me. Tough. But there's good news. We can drop right to the bottom now. This game's picking up the difficulty a little bit. It's not exactly an even curve. What I'll say though is that heavy armor actually is helpful. You know what I might do? I'll probably just keep playing this, and then I'll later on in the game we'll pick this back up. It doesn't have to be a full playthrough. Just do whenever you got free evening. Spend with yours. Since I assume you entertain your whole family and dog. I see what got me in trouble there. Key pulse attack thing takes a second. Yep, that's tough. All I had to do was hit him right in the jugular. None of my other attacks sprayed at his neck hit him right in that spot. And once I got there, we're good. I love that big ass rock with a bunch of, I guess they're shrine dressings around it. I wonder what this big ass rock is so dressed up for. The holiest rock in this dungeon. I know the way out of here. I don't think we gotta take every optional path. We're just playing this for fun. This is a big old cave. A lot of places you can go. I'm trying so hard to find uses for that. But it's tough. But I see the potential. Dude, if I was 1 inch closer, I would have finished that demon off with that. Ooh, yeah. I've become as Blender. Destroyer of ice cubes. Maker of mimosas. Yup. I remember now how to get back to the boss fight from here. Okay, we got this. Got everything we need. Let's get out of here. Here's my big fella. This cutscene might be familiar if you were watching us play Nioh 3 the other day. I thought this was a great one. Needed this. How do you walk on shoes as tall as hers? Uh-oh. This is going to be a lot harder than it was in 3. Nice umbrella. It looks gorgeous. I mean, it's a well-maintained umbrella for being made out of bat wings. You think that she and the umbrella are two separate creatures? Ugh. She was like, ah, that wasn't tasty at all. Tastes like Irishman. Just had the taste of William before. Hey, look, by this time she's tasted the Nioh 3 protagonist, I guess. She got retconned into this being her second appearance in the timeline. Not gonna have an easy time taking down her stamina, that's for sure. I'm sure a lot of men have that problem. Oh! There's a time to taunt and a time to beat up the evil demon. There's a time to do that second thing. Oh my god! Wow! When they say sucking face, I didn't think it was so literal for this demon. Man, oh man, that was insane. Forgot how graphic that is. A Dead Space enemy all of a sudden. Oh god, not again. Yeah, there's no surviving that. Well, I think I've run out of stamina myself. My friends, I think we're going to call it for now. I have an idea. I'm gonna keep playing this, and we'll do another stream of content that we haven't done. New Game Plus, the DLCs, something like that. Because this was fun as hell. This was a blast. I would love to do more of this at more reasonable hours. I hope you had fun. It was good to see all you folks. Thank you for hanging out. That's right. The Demon Souls method that got brain sucked. But like, you saw the rest of her. Can you really complain? Take care, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. I'll hook ya. Let's see, it's Wednesday. How about Friday? I'll see you on Friday. Have a good night, everybody. It was so good to see you. Weregrove, Ponzi, Speedball, Idanya, Calendor, Collins Bro, Ted, all y'all. Take care.